Okay, so good afternoon. I am creating this video for your convenience. The topics that I will discuss here today includes data merging, of course. I have discussed that in my class, diba? In Intro to Descriptive, I have discussed that the purpose of data merging, uh, data wrangling. Yan. Kasi if you need to regroup a particular variable, you can do so by data wrangling. Yeah. Power Query. Yeah. Although we will use Power Query for merging, boxplot. Yeah. And then the VLOOKUP functions in Excel. Okay, so let's go first to ano tawag dito? To the data merging. So I have here an Excel file and I want to merge yan, these two data sets. Yan. So I want to merge those two data sets. Let me check if you can see my screen. Okay. Okay. So those are the data. Okay. Okay. So it can the data sets maybe remain close, but let me check. Let me double check the data. Yeah. Teka, what's happening? Okay, just a moment. Okay, let me delete this kasi we used this data set earlier in predictive analytics. Yeah, kasi I need to refresh you uh, on data processing. Okay? Kasi if you will not do this, if you do not learn how to do this step, it will be difficult for you later on as you progress in your analytics career. No? Or we now call it as data science. It's popularly known as data science today. Yan. Okay, so any Excel file would do. Okay, so let me close this. Sige, I'll open a new Excel and an empty Excel file. Yan. Okay, and then I'll go here to data and then get data from file and then Excel workbook. Of course, if your data are coming from different data sources, you can click those. You can access PDF. However, it should be a readable format. If there are PDF files that are written or handwritten, uh, later on Excel will have difficulty on accessing those files. Okay? Yan. So you can do so by clicking from Excel workbook. Yan. Okay? Let me access. Okay, wala. Sige, ganito na lang. So I need to open that one. Okay. Data one. I'll open data one. Then I'll get the data from yan. So this is data one. I open data one. So I'll just simply go to data, get data from file, and then from Excel workbook. Okay. And then here I will click data two. Okay. So I want to move this data set. Okay. I want it to merge. Kaya lang, bakit ganon? Okay, sige. Baka kasi yung sheet 1 yung na-access sa preview. Yan. So the objective is to Yan. Sige, ulitin natin ha. Okay. Let me explain it again. Okay. Yan. So if you will use inner join, there are various techniques in merging. Okay. Yan. Okay. So I want these two data set to merge into a single file. Okay. So probably these are the gender of the respondents that contains the ID, educational attainment. So that's the profile, ano? It's the profile and then the position. And then let's say these are the result of a particular survey when when these employees were asked. Okay. So I will now merge that to a single file, which is data one. Okay. Yan. Probably I'll just say there are many techniques in data merging, okay, which I will elaborate in my class later on. Ano? Okay. Kasi ang dami, ano? If there are no matching variable of matching, uh, how do you merge the data set? Okay. Yan. So here, yan, I will now access sheet 12. Okay. I am accessing sheet 12. If there are various sheet that you want to access in Excel, you can click select multiple items. So here, I will just simply click sheet 12 kasi ito lang yun nandito. This is the only sheet available here in data 2. Okay. Then I'll click transform data, transform data, and then I have that here. Okay, yeah. So I'll click merge op queries. So at this point, the data that you are seeing here is the data coming from sheet or data 2. That is sheet 12. 12. Okay. So to merge it to data 1, I'll click merge queries. Okay, here in Power Query Editor. Okay. And then I will now access. Okay, nasa na yun? Hindi niya ina-access. Okay. Okay, merge queries. It cannot access, ano? Teka ha. Merge queries. Okay, wait. Bakit gano'n? Sandali ha. Okay, just a moment. Data, I'm in data 1 from file, Excel, data 2, I'll close data 2 para hindi magulo. I'll click load. Okay, mali, hindi. Hindi ito. Delete. Data, I'll do it again. Data 2, transform, Bakit hindi niya ma-access? Okay. Probably one of the reason might be it's on a cloud-based tool. Merge queries. Wala dito. Okay. If that will be the case, you can just simply open data to, okay? And then move it. Yan. Normally, ito yung technique, ano? Yan. Then I'll click create a copy, then click OK. Okay, I'll close this. Okay. Data, get data from file, Excel workbook. Let me try to click ano, data 1. Ayaw. Cannot access. Okay. Okay. I just remembered. Ano. What I did here in data 1, yeah, I recall the step now. Okay? You can just simply move or copy. You can check my cursor here on the lower left of your screen. Okay? Makikita niyo yan dyan. Okay? So, that's the purpose why I move sheet 12 here in data 1. So you have to do that. Okay? Again, first you have to move sheet 12 going to data 1. Okay? And then close it. Then open a blank Excel. Yeah, I get it now. And then go to from file, from Excel workbook. So that's why I often forget the steps. Okay? Engagements. Okay. Data processing, merging. And then I'll open or access data 1. Okay? And then, yan. Okay. So this is correct. So that's the purpose. So sheet 1, sheet 12. Okay? Click it. Do not forget to click select multiple items and then transform data. Okay. Yan. Okay. And then go to merge queries. Okay. You can see sheet 1 here. Okay. And then next, let's access sheet 12. Okay. So we will just simply tell Excel that both sheets contains an identifier. Okay. So that it will merge later Q2, Q1, Q2, Q3 here in or in it will merge this here, probably here. Yeah. So that later on we will know what's their satisfaction during the first quarter, second quarter, or we can say third quarter. Okay. Okay. And then just click the double-headed arrow, then click OK. Okay. So the purpose of us including ID, although we can exclude that, we can exclude ID from the double-headed arrow, but we want to double check if it landed correctly on the correct ID. Okay. Again, ID, these are the ID number of these individual, unique individuals. Okay. So we're good. We can now click close and load. Okay. Close and load. Yeah. Okay. So your new data will be located here in sheet 1, 2. You can now delete this. Okay. But we will not delete it. So look for sheet 1 open and close parenthesis 2. Okay? So from here, you can now create, probably you can now create a report if you want to create a report. Okay? And there you have it. Okay? Let's delete ID. Okay? And then, okay, let's try to change the coding of these values. Okay? So for example, in order for us to know how many category this particular variable Q1 has. Okay. Although here you cannot see the range of categories, or you cannot see here the minimum and maximum. So what we can do is to simply type here in I4 minimum and maximum. We would like to know the lowest value and the highest value so that we can identify if this is a Likert scale or a continuous variable. We want to know basically if this is a discrete or continuous variable. So just type here equal sign and then minimum. Okay, select this. Okay, but ayaw niya. Select, open parenthesis, click E, and then enter. Okay. The next for max, type equals max, open parenthesis, sa E pa rin, and then enter. Okay? As you can see, we have, or the boundary of our category is 3 to 5. So what we will do now is to click this, okay, and then change it to go to home, but first click E, go to home, find and select, and then replace. Okay? So you want to find the first category, that's 3. Let's say 3 is neutral. Okay? And then click replace all. Okay? So there will be a prompt that it replace 14 cases. Okay? Next, 4, then type here satisfied. Replace all. Okay? Then 5, very satisfied. Okay? There you have it. Okay. For example, we were able to verify that Q2 and Q3 are ordinal. So you can just simply go back to the questionnaire that the researcher used. You can just simply highlight both and then click on or go back to find and select, then click replace, assuming there will be a value of 1 in Q2 and Q3. Okay, let's say this is very dissatisfied. Okay, however, it will change did you notice that? It will change the value. So let's correct that. We will just simply highlight the categories. Okay, you can just simply shift and then control arrow down. Shift, I'm sorry, hold shift. Okay, go to 5 and then shift control arrow down to select all those with observation. Then go back to find and select and then replace it now. So let's say very dissatisfied. Replace all. Okay, there's no 1. We couldn't find any. Okay, so walang 1. Okay, next, let's go to 2. Okay, 5 replacement. 3 neutral. 4 satisfied, five, very satisfied. Okay, so that's how you recode. That's the easy way to recode. So instead of using probably, kasi you will learn look up, look up, look up or if statement. Okay, this is one way of recoding your variables. Okay, so now let's perform. Okay, let's now perform a pivot table. So how you will how to create a pivot table here? You can go to insert pivot table, and then the range you can just simply highlight this. Okay, new worksheet. Okay, where choose where you want the pivot table to be placed. Click on new worksheet and then click. Okay, and then let's move gender for the row, and then another one for the values, and then just simply drag another one going to the values. Okay, so notice in the pivot table you have four sections. You have the filter, column, rows, and values. Okay, okay, okay. So what's the purpose? Okay. uh, in reporting, generally, this is a standard practice. If you are reporting figures, there should be an exact count and a percentage. So how do we change this to a percentage? Okay. So you can just simply go here to the values. Okay. And then the second gender, gender 2, we will change that to percentage. So click on the value field settings. Okay. Show value as, and then click on the row total. I'm sorry, it's wrong. It's not row. It should be, again, show value as, and then column total. Okay? Yan. So you can change it, go to home, you change the alignment, whatever you want to change. Of course, the decimal places doesn't make sense here. Okay? It should be whole. Okay? Okay? So for the row label, change 1 to male and then 2 for female. So how do you remove the blank? Kasi it doesn't look good. Okay? So uncheck it, click the filter here, uncheck blank, and then click OK. Okay? You can now change the name. Okay? Yan. I put that kasi hindi pa pwedeng blank. Pwede pala. Okay. Okay? So here you have frequency. Okay? Usually we call this freq. Yeah. And then we just simply change this to a percentage sign. Okay? So I'll go back to sheet 1. I will highlight it again. Insert, pivot table, existing, and then click this box location. Go to sheet 2, and then just simply click any cell. Okay? Next, let's have nature of work and Q1. Okay, yeah. So we are supposed to have the categories here. Okay. So to do that, just simply drag Q1 going to the column. Okay. So what we are doing here is a cross tabulation. This is now a cross tabulation. Okay. And then of course, although you can present your data this way in count, however, it's very difficult to make a decision or a conclusion with this. Okay? Kasi you do not, your reader will not understand the boundary, will not clearly understand the boundary. Okay? So titingin pa sila sa grand total. Okay? So from your grand total, it's 126 and 4. So we want to make that easier for them to digest the information. So how do we do that? Okay? Go to values, value field setting, just simply change it to column total. Okay? Yeah, let me remove the blank. Okay. Okay, so it's in proper order. So, yeah, it's in proper order. Just in case your neutral is here, you just simply highlight this and then move it here. Okay? So that's how easy it is. Okay, highlight and then move it here. Okay? Yeah. Okay? So to read this, although it is giving you a distribution. For example, for the frontliners, how many are they feel neutral? It's 28. You're comparing it pababa, list-wise. Okay? Yan, list-wise. Okay? Yan. Now, if you want to compare how many frontliners feel neutral, satisfied, and very satisfied to their work arrangement, you have to change your percentage to go to value, show value as, and then change that to row. Okay, so you are now comparing here. Okay, we can call this the pairwise. Yeah. All right, so that's how easy it is to create a pivot table in Excel. Okay, you can create more. Okay, that will be your activity. You will be creating more pivot table. Okay, now if you want to add a slicer so that it will provide it can provide you easy access. Okay, you can go to pivot, click any table, pivot table analyze, insert slicer. Okay. So what is your slicer? So probably that your slicer is a variable that you have not used in any of your table. It should be a grouping variable. Okay. A nominal or categorical in nature. It should not be continuous. That will be difficult for you. Okay. So I will select education attainment because it's not available here to any section, okay, or to any table. Okay. Just let me clear some of this, okay? During your activity, you will be asked to make your table beautiful or appealing. Okay? Yeah. So if you put that, go back to it again, then delete. Okay? Okay? So if it is not calling or moving towards the right direction, kung naiiwan ito, for example, this table, you can go back to slicer, report connection, and then click on, yan, hindi, may problema ito. Kasi this is not, this should move. Mm-mm. Okay? Yan. So, I do not know what happened. Yan. Kasi it should connect to ano. You should be able to connect that to connection. You will see here at least. Uh, Yes. Anyway, let me reproduce this. Madali lang naman yan gawin. So go back here, insert table existing. Okay, so that you can get the idea or the concept. But let me delete the slicer. If you will add the table, probably you can delete the slicer first. Pivot existing here, and then gender. Okay. Then is it row? Okay, should be column. Or maybe, siguro kasi when you change it to ano, did you notice? If we change it to male and female, pivot table. Baka kasi yun yung dahilan. That could be the reason. Yan. Hindi. Okay. Okay. So it's both moving. I do not know what happened here. Okay. So if that will be the case, do it again and then insert the slicer. Okay. So that is for a dynamic pivot table as well. From basic to advanced pivot table. Okay? Yan. Okay, so let me now close this. But before I close, I will delete so that you can do this later. Let me check the data. Okay, I'll just copy this so that when you access the data later on, I'll delete, delete, and delete so that you can do it later. Cancel. Let's just close this. Okay, so that's how easy it is in close text, close this one, delete. In Excel. Okay, so let me open another data set for the sum if function. Sale data. I'll open sale data. Or let me go over first to VLOOKUP. So the VLOOKUP can be used for, yeah, if you are, yan, bawasan natin yung data. Okay. Wait. Okay, okay na yan. Yan na yung data niya. Yan. So the VLOOKUP, it provides you how you can easily query this particular data set. So for example, you want to identify what are the traits of this particular respondent. Okay? Taga saan, gender, educational attainment, his work, length of service, so on and so forth. So this is also part of your data cleaning. If you are cleaning the data, you identify this individual as an outlier, okay? Rather than removing him from the list, you can just simply, you can simply observe him first. So let me pause. I'll just read the message. Yan, okay. So sorry for that. Okay, let me check. Okay. Okay. So this is also part of your data cleaning. If you want to audit your list, you identify that someone is a outlier, you want to identify his traits or characteristics, you can do this. Okay. So the first step is to highlight from A up to the last variable, and that is Q24. Okay. You will see here A21. Just check my I'm moving my mouse, my cursor. Rename it to, instead of put A1, we will name it as probably the DLSUD. Okay? Yeah, DLSUD. Okay? So we will name this as your table array. So this is your table array now. So dito maghahanap later on ng values. Okay? So let's go here. Okay? Yeah. Or we can just simply copy this up to length of service, copy, and then paste. I'm sorry, it should be, yeah, transpose. Okay, select transpose when you paste. Just a moment. Okay, I'm sorry for the interruption. Okay. So I'll move that since I will be interested later on seeing those characteristics of the respondents later on. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yan. Okay. So VLOOKUP is interesting. You can easily, well, it's a very powerful uh, command here in Excel. I can say that it's a command. Okay. It's a very powerful command. Okay. So I will leave this as blank, the ID field. Let me zoom in. Okay. And the formula is, I'll go straight to region, equal sign, VLOOKUP, okay, open parenthesis, okay, your VLOOKUP value, okay, we will select this AF4, comma, okay. If you will enter later on this particular ID number, it will look it up, okay, and then it will show you later on the traits of that particular ID number. Okay, traits or characteristics or identity, perhaps whatever you want to call it. Yeah, and then the table array, we are telling VLOOKUP to look it up in the table array that we created, and that is DLSUT. Okay, comma, and then the sequence number of region in this table. So it's it's second. Okay, close. Okay, okay, yan. So para hindi kayo mahirapan, kasi we will be doing it over and over again to gender, education attainment, nature of work, length of service. We can just simply use absolute cell referencing, okay? Put a dollar sign, okay? I'm sorry. Dollar sign in 4 and then enter. Okay? And then you will see here this box, you can just simply drag it. Okay? Yan. Yan. Let's change this to 3 kasi pangatlo yung gender in our sequence. Change this to 4. Okay? Change this to 5 to 6. Okay? Okay, yeah. So let me check if I am recording. Okay, I am still recording. So if you put one here, okay, so that will be the characteristics of that particular respondent. Okay, if we change this to 2, change this to 56, if there is 56, okay, so that is the characteristics of that respondent. Okay, so that's how easy it is to use the VLOOKUP function. Okay, yeah. So if you want to use the sum if, it's just equal sign sum if, okay, open parenthesis, okay. Sige, I'll do that later or in the next video perhaps. Okay, so I'll do that later. Ano? Yeah, I just need to go somewhere. Okay, so I'll pause, I'll stop.